Hey folks, welcome to Bear Mountain today. One of the things we're going to do, this is another little gardening hack here, is lots of people plant sweet potatoes, and we were too late on getting any slips ordered, so we had a sweet potato that was left over from Christmas time, and we decided that we would sprout it. Now, a lot of people have done this before, so we're going to tell you a little bit about how we did it just a little different. It's not terribly much different than we used to do when we were kids in grade school, and you take the sweet potato and you put toothpicks in it and leave it in water and let it grow all over the room because it was kind of pretty cool. It's a nice viney plant. But what we're going to be doing with this is actually taking these things off, these shoots, and then we're going to put them, strip the lower leaves off, and then put them in water to get them to root. These guys actually root pretty fast. So far, it looks like on this one potato, we've probably got somewhere near 6 to 8 potential sweet potato plants. We already took 3 off about a week ago, and actually have already bumped them up into pots. These guys will tremendously get rooted fast. So how we do it is we just take a basic knife. You can use like a paring knife or any kind of sharp knife. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to damage the actual bud itself. So what we want to do is just slice above it. So the idea here is the plant, this is the part we're going to root, but you're actually not hurting the potato itself. So it's possible it will send another bud out right around that. So I'm going to reach inside and just kind of cut it off with my trusty dull knife, and don't want to damage it, so I'm just going to kind of take it like that. So what I've done is I've cut it off here. There's still some bud left on here, and there's a little bit of, on the bottom base is where you're going to start getting roots right around there. And then we're going to take this leaf off. This is just a matter of cutting it off. And take this leaf off. So what we've got is we'll get roots that will develop here, here, and here. We left enough leaf and a growth tip on for it to grow. So there's nothing more complicated at this point to do with it other than put it into the water. And we're going to put this on the windowsill right next to the potato plant here. And we'll cut the rest of these guys off and then put it in there. The leaves itself actually are edible. A lot of people use these in salads. Oh, no, I'm kidding, doesn't kill you. It's just a green, it's edible. And this should produce another set of sprouts. This group will probably be ready to pot up and root in about a week. And then once the soil warms up in about mid to late May, for us it's probably going to be warm enough late May, probably after the 20th. Those potted up sweet potatoes we can put in the garden and let grow. Now, the downside of doing this is you don't know what the specific variety is. Now, some varieties are more suited for much warmer climates than maybe Western Oregon, and so we're not really sure how many sweet potatoes we'll get off of it, but we think that if we plant this in a way where the soil can get as warm as possible, we'll put it in a raised bed, and so hopefully during the course of the summertime there'll be enough heat build up in there that'll help these guys form tubers. Another thing, if you did, we may try this one out too, is simply making like a bag of soil and plant the plants in that, and leaving that bag sitting on top of the soil. You get the same effect as you would as a raised bed. The idea is you're getting a lot of heat around the base of the plant. So this was started, when did we start this? We put the potato in water, I think it was right around the beginning of February.
Yeah.
And it took a very long time for the roots to actually get started. And then the sprouts were slow too. So these sprouts actually are only been growing this well for us for probably the last week and a half. For the longest time, it sat really kind of almost dormant, you know, and we were wondering if it was going to make it at all. But it really came out pretty good. And so that's what we hope to get ultimately off this thing, is about a dozen plants. So just wanted to kind of share this idea with you guys. If you still happen to have an old sweet potato left in the larder, or maybe you have an opportunity to get one from a bin at you know, Safeway or something like that, it is possible that you could get some starts going. You may have to raise them in a pot in the greenhouse to actually get the tubers out of them, because you might be a little bit later than we're going to be. But it's a good way to get, you know, extra sweet potatoes in your garden, and it's just kind of a quick and easy hack. So thanks for watching us today. This is just a quick video on saying how to get some sweet potatoes in your diet. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and we hope you have a good day.
Bye.